Hello. This is Luke with the Matthews Immigration. This is Luke with the Matthews Immigration. I have to say thank you for joining us. For those who just joined this live, again, my name is Luke with the Matthews Immigration. Practicing for 18 years, and exactly in 3 months, I will be 19 years. Yeah, time flies. Somebody say amakuru. Nimeza. Yes. Yes. If you go in my bio, for those who are asking, if you go in the bio, it's gonna have our website. You will have pretty much everything. Our office. You cannot just get me on the phone. Somebody say it's very hard to get you on the phone. Seriously, can you get any lawyer on the phone in the US to just say, hey, let me call it? I need to talk to you. It's impossible. We are very busy. Right now, I can tell you, we have over 5,000 people in the system waiting for their appointments. That's how it is. And I know actually some other lawyers who have more people. Yeah. Some in New York, some in California, telling me they have at least 7,000 people waiting to talk to them. So myself, in our system, we have seriously close to 5,000, 4,800 something. We get over 300 messages, direct messages coming from YouTube, some messages coming from Facebook, some messages coming from a TikTok. So yeah, we get a lot of messages. I'm talking just messages coming directly to our WhatsApp line. Then we also have at least about 700 messages coming almost daily from TikTok. So yes, we do have a lot of requests. And I cannot answer to all the messages. I have people working with me, but still we cannot keep up. So if somebody trying to say, I need to talk to you, I'm calling you, I need to talk to you. And by the way, I have to say, the first time we are live on YouTube, never ever been live on YouTube. So it's the first time on YouTube. I see people already joining us on YouTube, and I have to say thank you. Okay. Anyone who trying to call us Sunday, we are closed. We are closed. And like I said, I've been doing immigration for 18 years. I'll do my best next week. I have to show you all the paperwork, everything, so you know our journey, how we started. 18 years. And in 3 months, we'll be 19 years. So when I come here live, we are normally live on TikTok. YouTube is basically our first YouTube live. And I can see people joining us. There's actually a good news for people with asylum, those who came through the southern border. Really a good news for those with a pending asylum. So if you immigration judge already ordered you a removal, unfortunately, it's not gonna be a good news for you. You already have a removal, but for those with current pending asylum, those exactly who came through the southern border with a CBP1 app, CBP1 app. A good news is that as we speak right now, asylum is dead. So if you have asylum pending and this is what you're hoping to get your papers through, is almost, you have nothing. Except if you applied your asylum before Trump and probably had your interview before the asylum was paused, yes, people are still getting a notice of either denial or approval. But for those who just didn't have their interview either with immigration court or with like their individual or hearing, or didn't have their interview with USCIS, unfortunately, is tough right now. But for those who came with a CBP1 app, so you came through the border, really good news for you. Really, really good news. And the good news is that you're going to have normal hearing. They are not supposed to be really expediting your hearing. Your hearing has to be normal. As you know, I was granted asylum years back. Okay, I was granted asylum long time ago, like long time, and almost 30 years ago. And it was really easy. You put your papers in, and I was a little kid. Put my papers in, and everything was approved. Okay, within 3 months. Then after that, people with asylum start waiting for years to get your asylum approved. People have to wait for years. Some people actually have to wait for 10 years, 11, 12 years pending asylum. So asylum was really a thing. You put your asylum, so it's going to protect you a little bit as you're looking for other ways. People came from either South Africa, even if people came from France, Australia used to apply for asylum. Unbelievable. Because you get a work permit, then it's going to allow you to maybe get married, maybe do something else in the future. But now, if you apply for asylum, you are in serious trouble. Except for those on CBP1 or those who apply for asylum like 3 years before Trump became president, your asylum is not being expedited. It's going to go on a normal processing. But for those who apply for asylum 3 years, you know, 3 years, just 3 years within the time Trump became president, not good for you. You really have to look for other ways. And I talk about this all the time. Look for other means, look for other ways. But for those who came with a CBP1 app, really good news. I see somebody trying to join us. I don't let normally people to join us. And reason, the reason we don't let people join us, especially on our TikTok, is what are you going to contribute? People are gonna ask you questions. Here we take people's question directly, and I'm gonna start taking questions. So what are you gonna talk? They're gonna ask their questions. Are you gonna answer those questions? So we don't do this live just to talk and chat or trying to. No, this is people's gonna come live with their questions. We're gonna talk about it, and that's how it's done here. Okay, so for those with CBP1, your asylum is gonna go normal, but it doesn't mean they're gonna approve you. At least it won't be, like rush, because the Trump administration, this is what they're saying. People who came through CBP1, meaning people waited outside Mexico, some in Nicaragua, some in other countries before they could come to the US. They waited for USCIS to basically CBP to approve, with USCIS to approve their parole to come to the US. So now the Trump administration is saying, you know what, those people also came illegal and they have to go back. And they were shipping a lot of them to Uganda, lately shipping them to Uganda until a judge said, you know what, this is too much. You can't be shipping people who came through the US. They were invited by the US government. So there have to be some, at least some ways for a due process. You can't just be shipping people. So it's a good news for people with asylum. We don't know on the long run what's going to happen. I'm 100% sure Trump administration will appeal, and it could be a problem. So right now, if you have a deportation order, we currently have, and this is a number last year, 2025 December. We don't have current numbers right now. It's almost 1.8 million people currently in the US with a deportation order. So if you have a deportation, it's not a good thing. It's terrible. Some people are getting deported. They get a deportation order after their individual hearing or their merit hearing in immigration court, and immediately the ICE get them. Others, most people actually are not getting this. They do their hearing and then come home with, if right now, unfortunately, if you have asylum, they're gonna tell you, we're gonna send you an order in the mail. And sometimes you get an order directly. So you have to have a plan B with asylum. Please have a plan B. Okay, somebody can say, how can I, what plan B can I do? What plan B, what can I do? Get married. Get married if you came with a parole, or if you came through you came with a visa, except C1D, crewmen, those who work, airline or in the, in the ship. Unfortunately, you cannot adjust even if you marry a US citizen. Unless if your marriage didn't go through, then you do VAWA or U visa, or you go ahead and do like, like is embassy processing, where you're going to do I-130, you're going to do a 601A unlawful presence waiver. Then your case is going to be approved. You're going to go back home. And a lot of people get confused when they say, oh, I cannot go back home. No, look, if your I-130 is approved, your 601 unlawful presence waiver is approved, you are seriously free to go back home and come back. And people will be like, how am I going to go? I'm going to be stuck. Lawyers are telling me if I go, I'm never going to come back. Yes, if you go before your petition is approved, you never come back. You are not coming. Maybe you're going to wait after 10 years, and after 10 years, it's going to be so much complication. So what you do, you're going to file an I-130 petition. This is if your marriage is real. Don't do this if your marriage is fake. Your marriage is real, you're going to do I-130, 601, A, 601, A as in Apple. Once it's approved, you have to wait until it's approved. It's going to go to the NVC. You're going to do all the paperwork, upload all your taxes, all your, police clearance. And police clearance in most countries, all you do, you send your birth certificate, your passport back home. The police will get you a clearance, and then you just upload it. You don't have to go back home until when the embassy schedule you a date for your interview with the embassy, then you leave. I've done it for Nicaragua, for Honduras. Most people in Africa don't want to hear it. When you say, we have to do a 601, especially your marriage is good, they'll be like, ho, never, never, never. So since I've been doing this, I haven't seen one person from Africa went back, seriously. But I have so many Spanish people who go back, and they go within 90 days, 120 days max, they'll be back in the US with a green card if you follow the process. Because when you have asylum, you came through the southern border, what you're gonna do, you get married, your marriage is real, not a fake marriage. Because if it's a fake marriage, you're gonna start calling that person, they never answer. And most people in this situation, normally they travel with their spouse. Imagine your husband or your wife travel with you, and they come with you to the interview at the embassy. Most of the time, that's how it's done. And you come back. Or you came through the southern border, why marriage is good, that's a plan B for asylum. Then your spouse joined the military, then you can look into a military parole in place. And now remember, the divorce rate in the US is so high. So the chances of you being together for even 3 years is very, very low. Okay? Because statistics say, within 7 years, is almost 53% of marriage in the US are divorced, end up in divorce. Okay? So within 7 years is just unheard of. And within the immigrant community, because there's so many fake marriage, people do marriage because they want to get paper. People do seriously, they do marriage because they want to get paper, not because they love the person. And unfortunately, the divorce rate is almost 75% in the immigrant community. So you already know the chance of you being together is almost very slim. So there's a chance, even if you came through the border, few years later, you may be able to file for VAWA, especially if your marriage ended up in divorce. Okay? I mean, not in divorce, but ended up in abuse. Okay? So very, very important. We're going to start taking our questions. Hello, moderator. We're going to start taking our questions. For those who on YouTube, I have to say thank you. It's our first live on YouTube. Normally, I don't go YouTube live. Never go live on YouTube. It's just for some reason, because I see my following on YouTube is very, very still low. and we're looking to be up there. I say, why not? You know, why not? I wasn't posting on YouTube for a long time, and then I said, you know what? Let me start putting on YouTube. Everybody told, just hold on a minute, sir. Just hold on a minute. So everybody told me, you TikTok is an app to be. So we start also Instagram a little bit, but we've been on, TikTok and Facebook, and now we're on YouTube. Okay, we're gonna take our first question from I cannot see your name. It's Kambu. What's your question? Hello, what's your question, Kambu?
Hi, afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yes, I was asking, I'm in H1B visa.
So hold on, I have to say something to one of our, is my client. Her name is Maud, and say Maud in the house. I have to say hello to you, Maud. She's on YouTube. Okay, so what's your question about H1B?
H1B visa.
Yes, what's your question?
My contract ended after 3 years, but my employer had applied for me for green card. Okay.
So under which category?
And
I'm saying, EB3, EB2, or what category your employer used?
That one, but he applied for me for green card.
I understand, but I need to know which category so I can answer you. But go ahead, I'll see if I can guess. You put me in a situation where I have to guess.
Yeah. After that, because I filed on 2024 October, the green card. After that, I sent you one message on TikTok. They told us to go back. What the man is about to say. I'm online too. If we ask me a question, just stay there. I shared you this thing. Go there.
Yes, keep going. Can you
continue?
Yeah, keep going, Mr. Kambu. Keep going, please.
Okay. After that, I filed my green card October 2024. Okay.
Yes.
After that, my contract ended, and I had applied for F1 so that I can remain here because my status had expired. But my employer had told me I can go back, and when the green card will be ready, I will come. But because of that, I said, let I continue learning. I go to F1.
So I want to make sure, is your F1 status current, or did you receive your F1?
Yeah, I received the F1, and that day I was receiving that F1. That day the F1 started working is when the green card came to so that we can pay the amount of health and the other things so that it can continue. You see? But because that day is when I started my F1, I was told to hold on.
Okay. I need to make sure we understand the point, brother, because I don't know exactly which category. For those who are on YouTube, I don't know if you can hear the question of our brother here. He's on TikTok, and the question is very simple. Asked that he came here on H1B visa. So H1B is basically a temporary status which allows you to work for a couple of years. Normally it's 2 years, then you can always renew it. Some people can go up to 2, 3.
For 3 years.
Exactly. So some people actually have it. Yours is 3 years, all right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what is happening now. His H1B expired, and a lot of people, so many people in this situation. And I'm gonna say this: if you came to the US on H1B and your boss, your company want to help you, I talk about this many times. But again, many people contact me about this same situation. You are not alone. I was actually talking to a lady from Kiambu, Kenya, in Nairobi area, from Kiambu and basically exactly the same situation. They came on H1B, everything is good. They renew it first time, they renew the second time, the third time, the employer say, you know what, we're gonna try to get you H1. They're gonna try to get a green card under a family classification, which is employment based under EB2. And unfortunately, the boss applied very late. So this is exactly the problem you're running into. And I'm going to be straight to the point. If you go back home, which is a good advice your employers gave, especially given what's going on in America right now. If your visa is not current, meaning your immigration status, I'm hoping that your F1 student visa is still current, because if your boss is trying to get you a green card, I'm 100% is either going to be H1B, H1, EB1, EB2, EB3. It's going to be among those categories. Okay? So you have to do it from the beginning. Don't wait until last minute. People normally wait like, okay, a few months, maybe 6 months, and then they go ahead and the boss say, okay, I'm going to help you. We think like you only have like 6 months left, 7 months left. That's a huge mistake, because it's going to take time for your case to be processed. Now, you're going to expedite your I-140. It's gonna go through. Now, to get a green card, you're going to have a problem. This is what happened to the sister from Kiambu, from Kenya. Her I-485 was approved. And unfortunately, I think it was November or December. No, it was December when she wanted to put a green card in. And then there's some delays between the boss and her and some other stuff, because you need to put paperwork together. And unfortunately, right now as we speak, the I-140 is approved, but she cannot get a green card because her H-1B ran out. And then before this used to happen, when you have a H-1B, what you used to do, when you see it's about to run out, automatically you put in that, request for extension. Okay, you do like a request for extension, or you go directly and jump on as F1 student, so you don't stay without nothing. So when you request for extension, automatically, before we used to get like 510 days, because you have that letter from immigration, so you get that 510 days. Now they cut down that 510 days. Actually, if you're requesting for an extension right now, it's 180 days. So, and to get everything done within 180 days, you're gonna put your green card in before they can adjudicate your green card. Immigration is gonna say, hey, you're out of status, and this is what's happening to you. Now, if your F1 visa is still current, then you shouldn't have a problem. Just make sure you don't go out of your F1 visa, because a lot of people have asylum. They say, oh, I have asylum, a pending asylum, so I'm gonna apply for EB, category. Impossible. There is no employment category that you can apply when you have a pending asylum. It's not gonna work.
I'm now in F1, on F1.
Okay.
But the process now, it has started, so that to do medication, to pay for medical, to pay for those other things.
Yes.
But I think I can hold on for 3 months so that I can pay those things.
Yeah,
after 3 months.
Just hold on, my brother. Okay, brother, hold on. For those who just joined us, I have to say thank you to people on YouTube. It's our first live on YouTube, and I'm so surprised Maud is there. I have to say, just share live to other people. Okay, here we are taking real questions. I'm gonna take a few questions also from YouTube. We're on comment section. And these are real people with real situation. It's not something we made up. Somebody just come randomly, and we're taking their questions and trying to help each other. That's what we can do. Okay. So this is what I'm gonna say. Bottom line: if your F1 is current, and I pray that your F1 is current, so I'm not guessing, because right now I'm giving you an advice which is half, because I don't know what your job applied for. Okay, what classification they applied for. I think you're supposed to know that because you have copies of your documentation. But I'm just gonna say this to you. If you currently have a pending or you have your F1 student status right now, you won't have a problem to adjust. You're gonna be okay. Only my advice is gonna be expedite, and I hope you did expedite. If you haven't done expedite, trying to see if you can put that in, because if you don't do expedite and it's under EB3, it's gonna be forever. And sometimes EB2 also takes a little bit time. Okay. So that's all I have to. My advice to you seriously is to make sure you do expedite, and I think you'll be okay. Don't worry. Okay. So let's take another question,
So
unless if you have
I was
another
saying,
question, so we can move to the second person.
I was saying I will stay for 3 months and then I pay those medical and the other things so that I can continue.
Yeah, just do medical is not a problem. Just do your medical, send it to immigration, you'll be okay. Absolutely no problem, my brother. You'll be fine. Okay, just do your medical, do all the paperwork they need. I'm not gonna go through the entire paperwork because normally the package is huge, but I think you should be okay. Just do your medical and you'll be fine.
And when they told you to do the medical, how long can you take to get the work permit or to get the green card?
No, I cannot tell about green card because I don't know your classification, brother. That's how I'm gonna be like a rookie. You're trying to make me look like I'm stupid. I cannot tell you how long. Look, my brother, like only somebody who have no clue about immigration is gonna tell you exactly. Even now, people are married to a citizen. They don't know how long they can get a green card. People are going for their interview and they're not getting a green card, and they're just telling them, especially people in countries that are on travel ban or visa pause. They're telling them you just have to wait. We're gonna get back to you. It's not like they're denying them. They're telling them. So I hope your country is not on a visa pause, on a travel ban. But all I'm trying to say, I cannot tell you how long you're gonna get your green card. My concern for you is to pray that your paper sticks, your paper is good, and you should be okay. Okay, don't worry so much about how long you're gonna get your green card because you don't even know what's your classification. So I cannot even tell you. If you are EB1, I'll tell you it's gonna be quick. If you are EB2, I'll tell you exactly time. If you are EB1A, I'll tell you. I cannot guess. I mean, only God can do that, not me. Okay, I think I'm done with you, my brother. I don't see any problem with you. I just took your question, and thank you for your question, okay? Yes, how you doing? This is Mr. King.
How are you doing?
Good. So,
Thank you for
so
everything.
hold on, brother King. We're gonna talk also. We're gonna take one question here from YouTube. I'm gonna read a question. And this is for I think it's Dami Lolao. Sorry if I say your name wrong. And here say, I know someone on H1B2. Okay, employer promise to file EB3 6 months into hijab. This is a good thing. If your employers want to pay, if you have H1B, immediately try to talk to your job if they can look into a permanent solution for you, meaning a green card. And you shouldn't wait last minute because you're gonna end up with nothing. So your job should do it like this person here question say, I know somebody who did it 6 months into a job. 6 months, do it. Don't wait last minute because just in case that EB3 is really very slow. Even if you do expedited requests, it's gonna be slow. But it's good that they did on time because at the end of this, if their H1B is about to expire, they can renew it again. Okay. Again, if that person they see like they started getting problem, they didn't get a green card yet, it's still pending, then they have to switch to student visa immediately so they protect that current immigration status. Very important. Okay, so let's go to your question. We just answered one question on YouTube. Let's go to your question, Brother King. What's your question now? And please keep sharing this live, keep sharing live, keep sharing, keep tapping, keep giving us a heart, okay?
I came through Southern Border
Yes.
2023, and when I came in, I was paroled in because I was suspected by immigration, and I was paroled in. You know, I don't know, can we change our status? That's number one. Number two, when we were coming, you know, we don't have I-94. And people were saying, if you don't have I-94, you cannot change your status, you can't get married. Even if you get married, you won't be able to change your status. It's only Asylum that can give you a green card, you know? So we're confused. And I have like 5 of my family members here that they have the same issue.
Same issue. Watching us. Okay. So you finish with your question so I can answer you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so before I answer you, I'm gonna answer a question here is for Nana, then I'm gonna answer you. And somebody also on YouTube, he said, my husband from Jamaica, detained for 17 months, 2 arrests, no conviction, pending I-1 area 45. So I'll tell you, if your husband is convicted, and I mean, if your husband is in prison, and I don't know how long your husband is going to be. Most people, when their spouse is in prison and you have your I-130 petition, I-45 green card pending, seriously, if your spouse is not yet convicted, I cannot tell you what to do except wait. But once your spouse is convicted, this is what's going to happen. When they call you for your I-130 interview, if your spouse is not yet out, you go for your interview. Don't make a mistake not to show up, because a lot of people say, oh, my husband is not here, or my wife is not here, my wife is in jail. They don't show up. If you don't show up, it's going to be a serious trouble. You need to show up. This is a question from YouTube. You need to show up for that interview, and just request to wait until your spouse is out. And if your spouse eventually get convicted, what's going to happen, what you have to do, and depending on a conviction, because I understand when your spouse is in prison, what you're going through, too much thinking, too much worry, stress, going through so much. You may want to look, depending on the situation, look into VAWA. I'm not kidding. Look into VAWA. I'm not going to go through all the details, but I think you understand, because your spouse is detained, so I cannot tell you need to look into VAWA because maybe your spouse come tomorrow. But if it's a serious crime, you already know the type of crime. I was talking to a lady whose spouse killed somebody. You know, seriously kill somebody, and it's not like voluntary, but again, when you have a DUI, again, the court look at it like you did it, purposely did it, because you ain't supposed to be driving when you are high, okay, or when you're drunk. So when somebody is gonna be like a manslaughter, when you kill somebody well intoxicated. So if, depending on the charge, if it's a drug charge, drug conviction, then I will tell you, hey, you better watch out. You know, because most drug conviction is tough. And also, if like an aggravated assault, or if it's rape, or maybe carrying firearm, shooting, things like that, they might be in serious trouble. Then I may tell you, probably reach out, get our number on the bio, reach out to me. Let's see if you might have an option of VAWA. I cannot exactly pinpoint and tell you need to look into VAWA because your husband is not yet convicted. If your husband is going to be in prison for 4 or 5 years, immigration is not going to be waiting for you for 4 or 5 years. What you're going to be going through, you're going to go through, if that I-130 eventually get denied, you're going to find yourself in removal proceedings, because that's the system. When they deny your petition, automatically they send you removal proceedings. So instead of you just sitting down waiting until they shoot you in removal proceedings, you rather look into VAWA. VAWA, you put the I-130, just put a 360, get a lawyer, do your 360, your psychological evaluation, do your all these other documents that you need to do, your story, affidavit, shoot that in. So then you replace the I-130 with I-360, so your work permit will continue without any problem if you already have a work permit. That's the way it's done. But you have to talk. I cannot give you a full consultation here because I don't know why your spouse is detained. So I was just answering a question here. Now I'm gonna come to you, my brother, and then we're gonna answer that question about request for evidence. Many people, okay, this is a question from King. King came through the southern border, and my understanding, King, is because he wasn't parole. So many people get it confused. Many people say, oh, you know what? I came through the southern border, I was detained, then I was released by ICE, or CBP released me after like 2 weeks or 2 months or 3 months or whatever time you spend it in the detention. Therefore, I was paroled. No. To be paroled, you're going to have a document which is gonna say parole. Now, the terrible parole document. If anyone has a parole, please look at your document. It's gonna say interim authorizing parole. The very big word on your parole is gonna say interim authorizing parole. If you have an interim authorizing parole, you have what I call it a fake parole, meaning we parole you, but unfortunately, we didn't parole you. Look, it's like we allow you to come to the US, but give us a little bit time so we can actually parole you. Because that's what interim. Interim is like you say, interim president. If they say this is an interim president, what does that mean? Interim prime minister, meaning is somebody who's just acting as a prime minister. They are not yet confirmed as prime minister, meaning you have a parole, but is not yet confirmed. So you need to get the real parole. So if your documents say interim authorizing parole, just like I gave an example for prime minister, interim prime minister, meaning you are not really yet appointed by the president. So you are just there to take care of situation is waiting for the real one to come. So when you have an interim parole, you cannot adjust, even if you get married, unless you may get married to a US citizen, then they join the military, then you can adjust. Or maybe you have issue situation where VAWA is in place, your spouse, abuse you mentally, physically, emotionally, or financial abuse, then you may want to look into that, look into adjusting. If you have an interim parole, bottom line is a fake parole, it's not going to allow you to adjust. So really terrible. What I think you have, my brother King, is an interim authorizing parole, or you don't have parole at all. Because if you have a parole, they're gonna put a stamp. Some people have a green stamp, some people is a blue stamp. Some people don't have a stamp, but it's gonna exactly say you are authorized in the US for 1 year. You are being paroled from so and so to so and so. It's gonna say exactly the date you were paroled and the date your parole is gonna expire. And with possibility of renewal. When Biden was president, Obama was president, even Bush, I remember we used to go back and tell our client, hey, go back, and then they just renew it. Okay, they just renew, they give you another year. That's when ice was ice. It wasn't cold ice like today. Today is really ice. Like the meaning of ice is ice, like cold.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say to you, okay, for you to adjust your status, if you're saying you don't have the actual document, for you to adjust your status, my brother, you are going, I don't know, because you say you have a parole, but I believe you don't have a parole based on what you're saying.
Like you said, like what you said, the parole they gave to us, because I was with ICE for exactly 2 months, and they gave me interim parole. As you said, it was interim parole.
Okay, you see, I don't know, you didn't say it, but I just feel it because I've been looking at this document since for almost 18 years. So when I hear somebody's story, I just know exactly what might be. I may not be 100%, but I'm gonna be almost close to it.
Yeah, it is interim parole.
Yes. So when you have an interim parole, meaning they gave you we let you come in the US, but we going to parole you. But we didn't actually finish the process of parole.
I'm on asylum.
So now when you have an asylum, then unfortunately, right now asylum is on pause. Unless if your country is not among the countries on a travel ban, the country that are not on a visa pause, especially travel ban, then you can count on your asylum. But if your countries are among the countries on a travel ban, and I'm saying this, they're saying good news for people on asylum. So those who came with a CBP1, they'll be able to adjust. But your situation, if you are just on asylum, I'm definitely telling you, sincerely telling you, look into other ways, okay? Because asylum is not going to help you. Right now, asylum is not helping. Right now, asylum is terrible.
My question is this, when we came in, we were given interim parole, and we don't have I-94.
That's why you don't. I told you have a fake parole. It cannot help you. Even if you marry, a U.S. citizen. Unfortunately, it's not gonna help you. To be honest. So what you're gonna do is, again, the way for you out is still to marry, and maybe your wife can join, you know, military for you. I see a lot of people where their spouse say, you know what, I'm joining the military. And I talk to so many men and many women who say, you know what, we have the kids together. I think we have a future together. I'm joining the military so I can help them. And they join the military. So the military parole is gonna be a way out for you. Or if your spouse whoop you, take your money, do all kind of stuff, and you are really abused, then I'll tell you to look into seriously. I'll tell you to look into um, VAWA. So this is if you were abused. Don't do a fake claim because it's not gonna work. So for your situation, which is a situation for millions of people, is really, regardless, is to look into marriage base, is to look into marry a US citizen. And because if you don't marry, if you meet somebody good, because I'm not saying like you go and marry, you cannot get somebody, just like that. A lot of people meet online, a lot of people meet on, like, I can say 80% of my clients, me, I'm not talking about other people, my clients, they met online. 80%, they met online and they start a relationship. Okay. The problem of online dating, which I see, again, the rate of divorce is so high because you don't really know the person good. The person is in Nigeria, the person is in Kenya, just an example. Or the person, maybe they're in California, you're in New York, and you can hardly meet each other. You only meet and the person always show you the best of them. You don't know if the person is, got mental issue, which they never disclose to you. Some people, if you are really, really, they are really kind, they can tell you, you know what, I'm sick, I have this, I have HIV, I have this. So they open up to you. But most people don't open up. And now when you're living with them, then you find out this. Or the person is an addict, which is a case for many people. The husband or the wife is a big time drug addict. And you marry them, you can hardly even tell them to sit down. And some people get married because they met online and they have kids who are older than even their age and they don't accept their father. And the kids start is like a cat and rats chasing a house. I have a guy who's giving these kids a little bit on bipolar medication and he doesn't take his medication. And my brother came from Nigeria trying to help these kids. And these kids always fighting this guy. Called the cops like 4 times on him. And I say, listen, man, bipolar is a very serious situation. A lot of people on this, but you have to take your medication. Or if you're a God-fearing person, run to some people really who can help you. It's a spiritual issue. It's never gonna go away with medication. It's like somebody have a diabetes. Can diabetes go away with medication? No, you need to really realize your situation is spiritual. Seek help. I had my eyes issue. My eyes, I couldn't see. What happened? I went for prayer in Nigeria. I was prayed for by Christopher Oji, touched me, and everything went off. And right now I can read the smallest handwriting with no problem. So when you realize, when all the doctors say you are sick, we cannot help you. My father's at 103 years, peace be upon him. He passed away exactly a year ago. And at 103, he could still read. My mom almost going in 80 something, and she can still read. In fact, she just went to school because she didn't get a chance to go to school when she was young. She went to school at her like 78. And she can read, she can see. And me, who's not even 50, I couldn't read. Then I understand my problem is, spiritual. I asked the doctor, what is this building up in my eyes? They say, oh no, if we do operation on you, you're gonna lose your sight. So I say, oh, holy crap. So I need help. I went, Nigeria, Enugu. I was prayed for. Immediately everything was removed. Without medication, today I can see clearly. I'm not trying to say, praise be to God, praise be to Allah, praise be to the true God. So all I'm trying to say, if you have a child, they have a sickle cell, they have this, you have to understand this is a spiritual issue because you cannot fix it with medication. Seriously, mental illness is a spiritual issue. You cannot fix it with medication. The medication is either going to make it worse, terrible, and you found one day the person just took the clothes out. What this medication does is to make your body accept the medication. I've been there, almost run mental, believe me. But now I'm 100% good. Just a prayer. And I'm a Muslim. But I went to Christian for help. It don't matter where the help is going to come from. It's going to come from a Jewish. It's going to come from Chinese. It's going to come from Japanese. A help is a help. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. Okay. Too much with me. My brother King, I have to say what you have, unfortunately, is a fake parole. The only way for you, I already repeat it, you seriously going to need to get married and look into 601 I-130 601A and lawful presence waiver. You have to do it earlier because a lot of people in asylum, this is the biggest mistake they do. They get married after the case is already on appeal. Your case is already on appeal. Are you serious? Now they call me, hey, mister, look, please help me. I need help with my asylum. I've been with my asylum for 3 years or for 8 or for since 2018. They just deny me. Now I'm getting married. I'm like, are you out of your mind? If you want to marry early. Don't wait until your case is on appeal. Then you're trying to get married. It's too late. Marry when your case is still in court. So the judge, you're gonna tell the judge, Johanna, I got married, I'm getting married, and this is what, and this and this and this is what I'm gonna do. Tell the judge, okay, I'm going to do embassy processing. Okay, so this is what you tell a judge. I'm going to do, consular processing. So you're going to do I-130. Once your I-130 is approved, and then you're going to do 601A. Once your 601A is approved, then you're going to go. And we are not talking about something about 6 months or 2 years. It can take, most people it takes, seriously, 4 years. Most people. So you have more time. When the judge know you are married, they're going to immediately close your asylum. Once your I-130 is approved, they're going to close your asylum. They're going to let you go and adjust your status. Than being stuck in the U.S. forever with no papers. Can you imagine you are in the US without no paper? Right now, maybe you have a pending asylum. Already you are in fear. Imagine when you have a deportation order. So what is better? I'm never going to go back home. I'd rather die in America without paper on deportation. You're not going to have peace. You cannot walk. It's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough. Most companies are going to say, oh, you have a deportation order. Oh, you have this. You don't have paper. You don't have a work permit. It's going to be tough. So better make a decision. I know what I'm telling you, my brothers and sisters here. Some people are not gonna like this, but this is the truth. Okay? So instead of just you being stuck in America for years and forever, you better do that. And the chances if you do that, your wife or your husband will just say, no, I'm tired with you. I don't want, because statistics show is already a high rate. 70-something% divorce rate among immigrants. So there's a chance you're going to end up with a VAWA and adjust. And if you say, I don't want to go, if the judge, and I'm telling you, this is just between you and me. I've seen a lot of people, I wanted to get approved, 601 get approved. The judge closed the case, and then they refuse to go. They say, I don't want to go, I'm afraid. Seriously, I have many people. What? I want to ask you a question, sir? No, hold on. And they're like, I don't want to go. I'm just telling this for my people so they understand. Now, if you don't want to go, the judge already closed your case. They already closed your case. Okay. So, if you found somebody who loves you, it's not easy to find a good man because a lot of men are psycho crazy. And a lot of women, smokers like crazy. They just destroy you. Weed, all kind of stuff. And I'm not saying all weed smoke are bad. I have my friends in Philly who was, their wife smoke weed, sleep on weed. But she was really kind. But don't make her angry. She will throw you on the roof. She was really, really kind. Really, really kind. So I'm not saying to all my sisters and my brothers here, if you're a weed smoker, you are terrible. No. Please don't get me wrong. If I don't do it, that's my choice. But I'm saying some people are so angry. Some women, they just say, I don't. You. How can you be married and within like A week you are just saying, I'm tired, I want a divorce. Something is wrong, man. And the guy, my brother from Nigeria, is like, please, please, honey, I don't believe in divorce. Oh my God. I'm just telling you, there's so much going on in our community, immigrant community, people don't understand. Women will whoop you, will take your money, you walk, you come back home, she take it. Or you got a wrong man, he comes and he's telling you to do all kind of stuff. I was talking to a lady, telling me, my husband is telling me I have to go on the other side. If I don't accept that, I'm getting a divorce. And the husband actually gave a divorce because you don't let me do some other crazy stuff. It's just crazy. Divorce people just divorce. I had a client who divorced 9 times. And we did a citizenship. And because he don't remember some other wives and the way they divorced are, I tried to apply for citizenship for him 3 times. He couldn't get it. A brother from where? He's from Liberia. This is serious. Immigration said, I want to give you your citizenship. You've been in America for 42 years. I need to give you citizenship. But we need all a divorce. He don't know the 9 wives. He remember I think 5. Other 4 he don't remember. If you're in this situation, divorce is just not a situation. It's not a thing. Your situation is spiritual. Because if you're already married to the other side, there are other women, you already have kids and family in the other world. You think they're gonna give you a chance to be with a physical man, a physical a woman? Absolutely no. So my brother King, I'm gonna take other people. Here we are here to talk about immigration. And what I'm telling you is a true thing. Brother King, let me say something. I got your question. I think I answered your question. I went way beyond answering your question. Yeah, you say you still have another question, but I already answered you. Your question is, you came and I think you have an interim parole, which I call a fake parole. You don't have the real parole. So what you're gonna do, you don't have to trust your asylum unless tomorrow things change. If asylum things change, I'll make a video. I'll say, hey, my people, asylum changed. It's good now. But right now, asylum is dead. You go for your interview. People are getting deportation in the mail, unheard of. They have individual hearing, maybe scheduled for 2028, and all of a sudden they go back in the system, they see they have a deportation. Or they have an individual hearing scheduled for 2028, they go back, all of a sudden they have it scheduled for April 16th. What? Now they go for April 16th, this individual hearing, and all of a sudden the judge say, we have to deport you. We didn't. You don't even look. I have a case. Let's talk about it. The judge is like, no. So if you have a lawyer and you have an asylum, I will tell you. If a lawyer is very honest, will tell you don't have a case. This is what is happening. You're gonna lose your money. And most lawyers, honest lawyer, they'll tell you stop making a payment because. And that's what I did to most of my case. Asylum, I tell them all of them, please don't make no payments. I don't want to take your money. Is my brother's Muslim? Muslim said it's haram. It's not a good money. It's really bad money. Because if I know I'm not gonna give you a solution, and I still take all this money that I know you can save, maybe if you find yourself back home or in Uganda with at least 5 grand, 10 grand in a pocket, you can start a small business. But I'm so greedy, I keep taking and I don't tell you the truth that asylum is dead. You go to court on an individual hearing, they're gonna deny you because it's on pause. So everybody with asylum on our side, we stop taking payments. We say, no, please keep your money. Because I don't want to screw you. I don't want to screw my people up. Absolutely. I'm myself, you can hear my accent. I'm 100% immigrant. If you talk 100, I'm 1,000% immigrant. We came 30 something years ago. We understand the system. We know what the system is. We were lucky, fortunate, went to school, finished all this stuff. And then we get into trouble with the government, all kind of stuff. What we didn't do, we've been into all of it. Believe me, I've been into all of it. Get into trouble, get into this. And by God's grace, we are here. I have experience. If you talk about, tribulation, I've been there. If you talk about not having a place to sleep when you come to America, I didn't have a place to sleep except for my brother Mamadou Uri. Oh, what an amazing man. He took me in from Bronx. for 15 years never pay a rent in New York City. It's not a joke. 15 years. And he gave me money every day. He made sure I went to school. He made sure I finished school. But everybody was telling me, stop this school nonsense, stop this school nonsense. And all of them, then I became the one to help them. Let's go to another question. Brother King, we already finished. You say, I have to talk a little bit about my experience because my experience, I want my experience to challenge you, to know that the world we're living in is a world of tribulation. Seriously, is the world of problem. People are trying to get citizen. When they become citizen, some other people don't have jobs. You see, you a citizen asking for money, help me. They're asking for money on the street. People, other people's deportation. This is their problem. Some other people, I want to get married. And they want to, once they get married, those who are married say, I don't want to get married. I don't want nothing. I just want free from this marriage. Some other people, I want a baby. They get a baby. Others are throwing the kids away. They don't want nothing to do with the kids. So we are living not in heaven. You can say, oh, you know what, this person have money, but all the children, maybe it's all the children, crazy, on drugs, crazy, lost. You can say, oh, this person have money, then problem with marriage. Or you can say, don't envy. Oh, we are living in a world not in heaven. Is a world of problem. So you, my people who are in immigration tribulation, this is your fight. Don't pray that the fight go away. Pray that God made it better and make a better situation for you. Because I know people who cry, I want to stay in America. I want to stay in America. They run to Canada. They got Canadian citizenship. And now they're like, you know what? No, I'm like a slave in Canada. I already have a deportation in the US. I have cases in the US. I don't want to go to the US. Let me go back home. They go back home, Nigeria, I'm telling you, Congo, and they become so successful in Congo. When they were thinking like Canada is heaven or US is heaven for them. Every day I talk to people who went back to Zimbabwe. And in the US, they were a truck driver. Now they went back to Zimbabwe, opened a huge farm, and they are very successful farmer. They got cows, they got chickens, they got, poultry, they got tomatoes, they have, the other one I was talking to, they do like what you call, hot pepper. That's all they do. And then he's living like kings. So don't pray for God to take your situation away. Pray for God to choose what's better for you. Because sometimes you cry, I need to be in America, I need to be in America. Yes, America is good because you get a job, but maybe back home, that's where your destiny is. Maybe you are from Nigeria, but your destiny is in Namibia. Or maybe in UK, you just don't know. Pray God to make a way for you that he created you to be so you can follow your destiny. Don't just pray. No, pray for God. Please make it easy for me. So make it, make a way for me. If you have a deportation case, it's not the end of life. It's a tribulation. Jesus said, in this world, you will have tribulation. What is your tribulation? Problems, marriage. The US citizen, they are both husband citizen and the husband wife citizen. They are both citizen, but they can never go along. Every day is cut and right. Tribulations. So be nice to each other. Even the King Solomon said, vanity upon vanity. The paper you want is very important just now. It's not going to take you to heaven. The citizenship you have, my brother, my sister, it's not going to take you to heaven. You're going to meet your maker. It's going to ask you, what did you do with everything I gave you? What did you do? This is real. This is real, man. Oh yeah, if you say no, this is just you just talking nonsense. Are you not gonna die? So you think death is not real, and you think the life that when you go to dream, you sleep yourself in a different world, different place, people you don't know, is not real. It's real. It's a spiritual life. Your body sleeping, but your soul, your spirit, keep moving, still there. This is real. Don't doubt it. Muslims say Jesus is alive. Christians say Jesus is alive. Is he alive? He's there with God, but he's alive. This is deep. This is too much. Let's talk immigration. And I hope I didn't offend any one of you, because I love each one of you. We are here to educate each other. We are here to educate each other. Don't worry, man. Pray about your case. If you are with God, deportation will not take you. Believe that. If you're with God, I see an old man from New Hampshire came to me and say, please take me, I need to be deported. Went to ICE. And I said, go back home. We cannot deport you. Imagine. Because it's not your turn. And he said, I want to be deported back home. I need to die back home. I said, no, we don't want you. Go back. They gave him money, transportation to go back home. And he paid me, said, please help me. I need to get deported. I've been trying to get my paper for 56 years. Come on, I'm tired. I need to go back. Now I'm going to be 82 years old. All my people back home, they dead. Why am I going to die in America now? Imagine that. And other people are crying to stay. If God's grace is upon you, don't forget COVID-19 came and killed so many people, my people. It killed so many people. We were just looking at the TV, watching the TV, and the number was just going crazy worldwide. They said African, we were going to be number one to die. But you were looking at Uganda, Congo, you go Burundi, you go Nigeria. Nobody's dying. I think even the government were making all this number up. Just to try and take the COVID money. Nobody. Yes, South Africa was hit bad. Because, you understand, against South Africa. You got white, you got white. That's real black people. Yeah, they already have immune. They got what? They got, people got typhoid, grow up with typhoid. Now you're going to tell me this coronavirus is going to come get them? We survived it. That's the point. We survived it. By God's grace, we made it. If deportation is not your portion, they can do whatever they're going to do. They're going to lock you up. They're going to detain you. They're going to release you again. Your case is going to confuse the system. I see some people come to me and I'm like, man, there's nothing really I can do for you. Just pray about your case. I'm so honest. I don't know what I can do. And they go to ICE when everybody's being detained and they come back and say, you know what? I went and came back safe. And I know you. If you go, you're not going to come back. I know. And I tell them, you. But they go. I tell them though, pray, fast about your case, put it in God's hands. You're going to go, you're going to come back. But I don't want to, a legal advice, you won't come back. Spiritual advice, you will go, you'll come back. Yes. So if deportation is not your portion, is not your portion. Just like you survived COVID-19, my brother. The whole of Africa, God just protect my people. I was saying, oh, my mom, my dad, if this COVID hit them, oh, they are gone. And guess what? It turned to American. Everybody was dying. All Europe was gone. Chinese were gone. African, you're going to come to somebody who already grew up with malaria, typhoid. COVID is looking at you. It's like, this is African. Damn. COVID is running. Sorry, just trying to make a little bit something. Let's take another question. This is a question from my brother. Who is brother? Who is? Wow, I can't see your name. I think he's. I don't know if it's Quadra.
Tumba.
Yes. How you doing, my brother?
I'm good, Mr. Matthew.
Yes. What's your?
Good afternoon. You good?
I'm okay by God's grace. Go ahead. What's your question? Please keep sharing this live. You can see what we're talking here. I'm talking about real stuff, not just immigration, but I'm trying to encourage my people. What is yours. Nobody will take it away. No ICE will take it away. No USCIS will take it away. What is yours is yours. Just keep the faith and work hard and work smart. Okay? Work hard. Don't let it be.
Yeah, my question today is,
what's your question?
I believe in anything you told me, and anything you told me, I always follow you. Since like 1 year, I've been following you now.
Thank you.
So I just want to know, because I'm hearing some news that this month they're going to lift up the bond or the fee or something like that. I just want to confirm from you, whatever you tell me, I know it's perfect.
Okay, you're talking about a fee. You're talking about immigration fees?
Freeze, yeah, I'm hearing some news.
I've been, look, when Biden just around, if I'm not mistaken, around it was June 2025, they raised up immigration fee a little bit. Now, this is just when Trump became president. And now they're talking about raising, I'm sorry, not when Trump was president. This was when Biden was president, June 2024, they raised up the fee. Now they are talking really about citizenship. Maybe they're saying, we are not going to give you our citizenship for free, for like 600, right now, $625 if you do it online. So they are talking about citizenship to be $5,000. These are just rumors. I just have to be honest. Just rumor we are hearing. They're gonna raise the citizen fee for $5,000, 5,000. Green card it might go to 7,000. They say we're not gonna let you get our green card for nothing. I don't really see how they can raise the fee from this to that. I'm just thinking maybe if they raise, they might raise up maybe 300, maybe 150, maybe 200. That's it. And they're saying, we're not gonna give you our paper for nothing. I won't be surprised if citizenship goes to $5,000 with all the stuff we're saying. But to be honest, realistically, they can maybe raise 100, maybe 2, maybe 300. That's realistically. Seeing what they've been doing, previously, what they normally do when they raise the fee, they always raise the fee by 200, maximum 250. Okay, so I'm just saying realistically it's gonna be like that. But I won't be surprised with this government that the fee goes to $5,000 because those have been rumors. Because I heard them saying, like one congressman was saying, our citizenship is the one of the cheapest to get in the world. All the countries you pay a lot of money, and they're giving an example like a citizenship. I don't know for which country. Even they were talking about a green card, like a residency from Kenya. They were giving an example: residency from Kenya, residency from Malaysia. It costs almost 23,000 right now. Why we giving 23,000? Why are we giving the people residency for 1,400, which is already so much money? So my advice, even if your country is on a travel ban, your country's on visa pause, don't worry about all this bubble. Everything's gonna go. Just file your case. And the benefit of filing your case is that immigration is gonna have your case. They're gonna hold on your case. They will hold on your case. And if you ever come across ICE, they will not deport you. You'll be protected because they will see your case is pending, and you have an I-130, you have a green card pending. So apply. Don't wait until it's too late and say, you know what, I'm going to wait until Trump is gone. Who knows if Trump is gone, everything is going to change. Maybe we get somebody even triple XXXX bad on immigration than Trump. Okay, we don't know, but we are hoping, according to what I've been saying for all my life when I've been in the US, always when a Democrat is in the office, if they did a good job, maybe a vice president can become a president. If not, it's going to be a Republican. So if every Republican is in the office, if they did some little stuff and the people are not happy, it's going to be a Democrat. That's always how it's been. If you are really, really lucky, it's going to be a vice president. Mike Pence, who might become a president, if they did a good job and Americans are very happy, then they're going to say, you know what, we want Pence to take over so we can continue with this legacy. But what I've been saying over the years is always when a Republican is in office, Democrat is going to come in. And when a Democrat come in, destroys almost everything what the Republican did. And the biggest problem with Trump, the biggest mistakes, and not saying a problem, the biggest mistakes are, except for birthright citizenship, all Trump is doing is making mistakes to just do executive orders. Executive order is a huge trap because anyone who comes in just going to undo, boom, 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 boom. Everything's done. If he want to make laws that are very strong, that is gonna stay in last evening after he's gone, he have to get the law done in Congress. Just go the normal way, go in Congress, and then he's gonna have a legacy of something that is going to stay forever after he's gone. If he just do executive order like we saw in his first term, everything was gone. Then the first day Biden even became a president, lifted the travel ban, lifted everything, and put back Obamacare. And Obamacare still today because he went through Congress. He went through Congress, just why still holding till today. Okay. Otherwise, if it was the executive order, Trump would get it done long time. So all I'm trying to say to you, my brother, if you have a case, don't worry about the fee. If you qualify right now, just file. Let's take another question.
I'm speaking to you already about it. I've done my interview since December 29.
Okay.
So I've done my interview already. Okay. So I'm just just waiting for anything to come up so we can move to the next level. But the reason is now the post two was on the working permit too. The post two was on working permit too. So everything was just want to know whatever is going on from your side. So whatever you tell me, so we just move on with it.
Yes, my brother. I'm trying my best. It's not like what I said is Alpha and Omega. Whatever God says, that's what stays. Me, I just give you update based on what I see, based on my experience. Okay.
That's what I'm just trying to say. That any information you give,
yes.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Absolutely. And I really appreciate, that you guys, some of you, put really trust in me, and you see, like, is somebody honest who can help. I'm really trying to do my best, and I hope we all can do our best to help each other. Especially if you are married, be kind to your family, be kind to your wife. Don't be kind to a waiter or waitress you meet on the street. Be kind to the people living with, in your home. Okay.
All right, so there's nothing you can do about the work permit, right?
No. Right now, you just have nothing you have to do. Just submit your work permit and wait for it. There's nothing can be done.
It's now more than 5 days now that has been moved to the next level, like 1 to 5 days now, but it was just there.
Yeah, just be patient, my brother. There's nothing you can do, but some people are getting their work permits approved. I see a lot of people are getting it approved, and the good
on the banning countries too.
Most people in the travel ban, they are not getting it right away. But most people in the travel ban, they are not getting it right away. But when you submit it, at least your job will know you have something in here and in the system, and they won't be like rushing you. Okay, so let's take another question here. I'm sorry, my brother. I think we finished. You have access to me. You can always get to me, okay? And I'm very kind, when anytime somebody, and I have to say something here. Someone who tried to contact me, normally if I don't respond to your question, and I have to say this very, very honest. A lot of people try to reach out to me, and I'm really, really so, when you reach out to me, I'm so happy. I'm so glad that I'm able to help, and you guys see that this guy, can help. But sometimes I see questions that people have is nonsense. It's like nonsense. Somebody's gonna ask me, I need a consultation. I need to know if I can travel. Am I safe to travel within the US? Seriously, I'm gonna take my time. When I have people sitting waiting, serious issues, they're worried about different immigration issues. And you asking me if you can travel in the US. This is something you can just type even on our app, and I made so many videos. Or somebody say, you know what, I've been ordered deportation. What should I do? Are you serious? I can really tell you, because if you've been ordered deportation, what else can you do? Especially right now with Trump. Don't even think of putting anything. If they order you deportation 6, 7 years ago, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, don't think of applying for anything. Don't let any lawyer deceive you. They're going to take your money. They won't be able to help you, because now you're going to put your situation in the public. Immigration is going to know where you are. They're going to start hunting you. But if your I-130 been approved and you are married to a U.S. citizen, now you ask me, what can I do? Then I'll tell you, hey, you can, and I made a video about it. You can do this, you can do this, you can do a motion to reopen, you can do this, a motion for stay, so it protects you, so ICE don't get you. There's a few stuff you can do. You can even apply to hold on, deportation with ICE. You can tell ICE, hey, I got my I-130 approved, and ICE will hold your deportation. And I spoke about it. The form I-2 is a I-246, which you apply with ICE, and they will hold your deportation. If your I-130 been approved and you are so afraid, you've been here for some time, you're going to do motion to reopen or motion to reconsider, motion for stay, and then you have to fill up the form I-246. 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 So they're gonna protect you. ICE, they will not touch you because already you have a motion in the system. And a lot of people say, oh, I'm gonna do it with ICE. Because anyway, they see what you're doing. So you do that so you don't get surprised when you go for interview. So I see a lot of questions. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I'm gonna really have just to give you an appointment for this? It's a dumb question. But if your question is real, immediately you get your consultation within 24 hours. The next day, or maybe within 3 days, you get your consultation. So I have to say, contact me, reach out to me. But if you call, it's very hard to get me. You're gonna get some other people who's gonna answer. It's very hard. Just send a message, request for an appointment. We will make your appointment. Believe me, and you will talk to me. I'm gonna have time with you. You don't have to pay. It's free. Consultation is free. Don't be scammed. I'll talk to you. It doesn't matter it's 1 hour. It doesn't matter it's 45 minutes. Even 2 hours. Yes, we will talk until I get deep to your situation. Believe me, I understand immigration. It's not like I know everything, but I understand immigration. Deep, deep, deep. 18 years is not today. I'm not guessing. Sometimes I see people talking. I'm like, I just shake my head. Let's take your question, Brother Rush. I think we finished with King. King.
No, that's me. I'm now coming. Sorry.
Yeah, what's your question?
Evening. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter to everybody here. I forgot to wish everybody happy Easter. How terrible is that? I have to say happy Easter to everybody, my sisters, my brother. Listen, I have to say thank you to you guys on YouTube. It's our first live on YouTube. And please give us a thumbs up, give us like a good like. I see a few people on YouTube and it's our first live. So give us some like if you like what we're doing. Okay. And I have to say thank you to you. Okay, it's our first live, never been live on YouTube, but I just, what, why not? Okay. And if we started doing live on TikTok again, my wife told me, listen, so many fake pages impersonating you, so many fake TikTok page all over. Please, you need to start going live. And I listened to her. I say, okay. I say, man, I'm doing a lot. I'm giving them free consultation again live. Say yes. And I ask, when can we do live? Because I'm super busy. Do it Sunday. Sunday, that's the time I spend time. Normally every Sunday I fast. That's the day I do my fasting. That's the day also I'm spend more time with my family. Now I have to do live. Yes, you have to do live. And so I say, okay. Now we've been doing live with TikTok for some times, not too long, but for some times in our first time on YouTube. And I think we're going to continue doing YouTube live too. So what's your question, Brother King? What's your question?
Yes. I'm calling. I'm here to thank you. I missed I filed for my children from Ghana. So I missed the appointment. I went to Ghana and I missed the appointment. I came back and I missed the appointment. I called and you directed me on how to apply or get them to reschedule me. And when I did it, they rescheduled me in less than a month. So I am just calling to say thank you for your work.
Brother King, I'm
and
so happy. I'm so happy.
And I didn't even wait the date. They gave me, the appointment was supposed to be 30th of March.
Yes.
So I went earlier, that's 23rd of March. I walked in and they took me. So I'm done with the fingerprints. So now my question is, what is next?
No, your situation is very simple. Now, Ghana is on travel ban, partial travel ban. I don't understand how they put Ghana on travel ban. Seriously, Ghana is one of the best country. It's like Kenya, it's like South Africa. Now they put also South Africa on trouble. It's just because Ramaphosa don't go along with the current administration. So it's just crazy. I cannot even figure out how Ghana is on travel ban when Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo, is not. It doesn't make no sense. And how can Ghana be on travel ban when Cameroon is not on travel ban? It doesn't make no sense. What? What? Oh, it's like, okay, then why UK is not on travel ban? If you can put Ghana on travel ban, something is wrong. Senegal on travel ban. Whoa. So all I'm trying to say is if your country is on a travel ban, my brother, then you're just gonna be patient, you'll be okay. Again, for those with fingerprint, if you have a fingerprint, you don't have to fear. You're gonna do your fingerprints, you're gonna go do your fingerprints, you're gonna come back home. Don't even worry about it. You'll go do your fingerprints and you'll come back. Okay, so for you, your case, since you have your case in the system, is a big protection for you. Because ICE will not deport you, cannot just deport you. You are being protected. Just in case you run into ICE, they'll see you have a pending case, they'll let you go right away. And if they make a mistake to detain you, any lawyer will get you out with a bond. Okay? So my thing here is, even if your country is on travel ban, because Nigeria last time was on travel ban, we have Somalia, we have Yemen, some countries on travel ban. And what we did with those cases, we just say, we just wait. And then the travel ban was lifted and everybody got their stuffs, you know?
No, I filed for my children in Ghana. I'm a citizen here.
Mhm.
So now, if the travel ban is on pause and the children are above 21, what happens?
No, automatically you're going to get a lawyer to apply for CSPA. I need you to remember that. Is a Child Starter Protection Act. This is a law that the Congress passed. When you have your kids, you apply let's say your I-130 petition when your kids were still minor. They were 16 or they were 17 or 18 or 20. As long as your petition was in the system, immigration have a receipt showing they were still under 21. If immigration turn their back, most of the time you go to the embassy and they say, "Hey, your child now is old. We cannot." Immediately get a lawyer. You're going to file. In fact, don't even wait until you get denied. Immediately let a lawyer do a very brief explaining what is CSPA on your case. CSPA is a Child Status Protection Act, meaning it freezes your child's age from the time you apply. That's the age we're gonna go with because that's a law Congress passed. So immigration, embassy is not gonna try to take your right away and say, "Oh, your child now is now 22. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do. Your child have to wait because they are over age." So you make sure you get a lawyer to apply CSPA law for you, meaning a short brief, a really good, clean brief. They send it to the embassy immediately and make sure the embassy really understands. And when your child go to that interview, they'll go with a copy of the CSPA. It's going to explain because you can get a terrible interviewer who don't understand the law. Most of them, they don't because they just interview. And they'll tell you, "Oh, you're already over age, unfortunately." And people, a lot of people, thousands, if not millions, of people rights is violated just like that. You know, you found people without no right, with nothing. You know, they don't know because they didn't know. So the kids get stuck in, in Ghana or in Kenya for years when the kid's supposed to be here. Okay.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
So
it.
TikTok
God
is
bless you.
TikTok is acting up, and they always do this. TikTok always do this to me. Now the number is gonna keep showing 400. We got 40, 400, almost 400 and something thousand people, or 500,000, 500 people following us on live, and it's gonna come down on 21. It's gonna come on 16. TikTok is always somehow crazy. I think my son always tell me, "Daddy, don't worry, it's a bug. TikTok has a bug." Okay, so you're gonna do that and you'll be fine. Okay, I think I'm clear, my brother. Okay, don't worry, you'll be okay. Now, many US citizens are in your situation. So if you're a US citizen, a lot of US citizens, they file for the kids back home and they getting fingerprints. Seriously, no joke. You are a US citizen. Never, ever, ever you ain't supposed to get the fingerprints to go and do fingerprint for what? But what's happening now? They're sending US citizens to do fingerprints. Like your situation, they're gonna call a US citizen to go and do fingerprints for what? I'm gonna tell you, if you find yourself in that situation, you don't have to fear. Go do your fingerprints. It's like unheard of, but it's happening. Just go do your fingerprints. Believe me, you will be okay. They just want to check if you have any criminal records, if you committed any crime. Even if you committed any crime, that's not the basis to deny you. Unless if your crime is among the top 5, murder, drug trafficking, tax evasion of maybe over $100,000, then they can not process. You have like a child abuse or terrible domestic violence case. Then they say, we're gonna bring this woman or those kids to this person who whooped the wife, or the wife whooped the husband to almost kill them. No, we're not gonna let those kids to come stay with you. And then when they look at your record, they just deny you for that. But this used to rarely happen. But now this is what they're looking for. If a U.S. citizen have a criminal records, it can affect the case. Absolutely. I haven't seen anyone so far who was affected, but what I know, it can affect right now. I haven't have any client who was affected, but yes, it can affect. So right now,
the CSPA is it paid? Do I need to pay for it?
No, it's not an application. It's basically a law. So to make this law works for you, you're going to use a brief. It's a legal brief. It's basically an argument stating to immigration, look, my son or my child, when we filed for them, they were minor. Now they are this. According to Congress, according to the law, passing about so and so time, my kids qualify for this. That's how it's done. So it's not like you have to fill up an application, but it's a legal brief that a lawyer have to do for you. Okay. So let's take another question here, and then we're gonna take here. Somebody say here on YouTube, say here, this is say keep it up. Thank you so much. I'm trying. This is our first live on YouTube. Unbelievable. Yeah, and my little boy, he's the one he told me. My little son, he told me, Dad, you have to go live on YouTube. I said, live on YouTube. We don't have a huge following, and I have to say to you, all of you who love me on TikTok, please follow me on YouTube. Okay, follow me on YouTube, because we're gonna start doing a lot of things on YouTube. Follow me on YouTube, please. Okay, support our page. My consultation is always free, always free. Okay, like it's written, freely you're giving freely. You should give. Okay, let's take. And some people ask, how do you really make a living? Let me tell you how much money is in consultation. If you guys don't understand, if you do consultation for 250 and you talk to 15 people, 20 people, maybe 4 days a week, because you cannot do consultation every day, you're gonna run out. Maybe 4 days a week, and other days maybe filing, maybe review, maybe court, whatever, or after court consultation, before court consultation. You doing this, I want you to do the math. You're doing 250 times 15 or 20 times maybe 4 days or 5 days. Some lawyers do 6-day consultation. How much money is that? So you have to understand what we really taking out from the plate. Okay. So what you can do is to support our page, follow our page, support, and be kind. Don't be rude. I don't know everything. Sometimes I make mistakes. If I make a mistake, you can always reach out and correct me, But don't be rude to people here. Don't be cursing people. We are here to help each other. Consultation itself used to bring 45, 47 grand. This is a lower rate for one person. And we used to have, back then we have 3-4 lawyers, Then I have to downgrade everything. Said I'm gonna live a humble, simple life, no more pressure, no nothing. It's gonna be simple, and I'm gonna help people. Now I'm so at peace. I'm so at peace. You don't understand how much I enjoy talking to you, giving you advice, knowing that I'm putting my treasure up in heaven, not here. This is what we're doing. Trying to do something for humanity. If you are a truck driver, be nice to people. If you are a cleaner, be nice to people. If anything you do, please be kind to people. Life is too short. I'm looking myself sometimes in the mirror, I'm like, damn, I'm getting old. Yes. But, 10 years ago was something else. And 15 years later, where I'm going to be? I'm going to be more older. If I'm still here, because it's not guaranteed I'm going to be here. I may be gone. Okay, life is too short. So let us be kind, and let's just be kind, be nice, and help. Make sure you save God in whatever you do. Save your Lord. Save God. You are Muslim. Be a good Muslim. Don't be doing crap stuff. You are Muslim and going to the nightclub. What kind of Muslim you are? You are a Christian, and you are screwing up all the women in the neighborhood. What kind of Christian you are? Be nice, be kind, be nice. Life is too short. I had all my friends back in South Africa. Everybody died with HIV. When I was in South Africa, I was a little kid. I went back there. Everybody died. Everybody died. It's by God's grace that I made it. And why? Because I'm not sure with women. I was not running. All my little friends went. It's just by God's grace. I'm still here. Let's take our question from Rush. Hello, Rush. For those who just joined me again, join us here on this live. My name is Luke with the Matthews Immigration. 18 years basically practicing immigration. If you're listening to me, you can hear that maybe I know a little something. Yes, I know immigration. I understand immigration. It's not like I know everything, believe me. But if something comes to me on my table and I don't get it, I always will look into the library. Just go in the library and see what it is. Or it's rarely come to me when somebody asks me immigration issue and I don't know. Right. Because the same thing, EB1 is going to be what H1B is going to be this, a religious base is going to be asylum. It's basically something you repeat for 18 years, then you understand. Now, where the catch is always interpretation of laws. Different laws that were passed me before I was born, even before my father was born. This becomes a situation where you have to go and read, see what does that mean, what is behind it. But when it comes to current immigration for the past 18 years, I'm on top of it. I really understand. And being on social media again helped me a lot because I follow everything that USCIS is doing, so I can bring it to the social media. So I do read every day about immigration. I have to read morning, I have to read afternoon, I have to read evening. I have to know what's going on. So they if I'm really updated with what's going on with immigration. So when I come here and I tell you about what's happening with asylum, because that's what I'm saying. When I tell you about what's happening with I-130 petition, because that's what is happening. I'm not talking about things that happened last year. I'm talking about right now. You go to your interview, this is what's gonna happen. If you have your I-140, green card interview, or your I-140 was approved, and now your visa is out, right now, what's gonna happen? Yeah, I'm giving you things that are current, updated. I'm not coming like just guessing my head, what is happening on the ground. So please follow. That's the best way you can show us you really appreciate us. You really, support us. You see me myself, but I have a huge crew behind me. We have people on the IT who help us with our IT stuff, a little bit there. We have people on this. Yeah. But you people just see me, but I'm not just by myself. Yeah. So, what's your question? Somebody asked a question here on YouTube about a partner. Say I'm watching from TikTok, just talk about YouTube. Okay, somebody just follow us. Imagine they were on TikTok, then they went to follow us on YouTube page. So I have to say thank you. If you're on TikTok, please support our YouTube page. YouTube, we are like 6,000 something, really, really down. But again, I started YouTube very late. And again, it's my kids, my wife just said, please help people. You help all these homeless, you help all these children in orphanage. Every time we go feed them, we do all kind of stuff. Why don't we help our own immigrant with the knowledge you have? Why everything has to be money? Why everything has to be this? Why don't you help? And God talked to me. When I spoke to Christopher Ojin in Enugu, Nigeria, he was like, you know what? You have to help people. You have to help people. Your gift is to save God. Your gift is to help others. Life is too short. You are not so special to have this knowledge. No. You are just like everybody else. Help. Help. For those who are going to appreciate you, good. What happened to Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam? He helped. He did so much for people. But what happened to him? They have to run from Mecca to Medina. What happened to Jesus Christ? They have to crucify him. He fed, he healed, he did so much for people. They still have to crucify Messiah. Imagine. So if I'm doing this, will people not crucify me? Of course. Am I expecting hug? No. Is a servant greater than a master? No. If they did it to him, they'll do it to me. They'll do it to you. Okay. So let's try and help each other. And the best way you can help me is to follow YouTube, follow my other page, especially YouTube. Especially YouTube. Follow there. Follow. Okay. If you don't want to do it, it's okay. It's absolutely no problem. Okay, so we're gonna take a question from you, Raj, my brother. You've been waiting for so long. I have to apologize, man. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart, I'm so sorry, man.
Oh, that's fine. Good evening.
Good evening, my brother.
So my problem is I came to this country with a K1 visa. That was 2024 November, and then I got married in December 3rd. We filed everything. So I went to my interview. That was 30th of last month. That was on Monday, and the interview, everything went good, everything successful. But they said they have a problem with my national identity. Because the identity that they have in my system is from Mali, and then normally I'm originally from Ghana. Okay. So they say I might become second interview or whatever. So that it freaked me out. I don't know.
Okay, so I wanna make sure we are on the same page, my brother. Okay. So I just wanna make sure because your question here can help a lot of people. Okay. So you are originally from Ghana, but when you came to the US or in the system, they have a different information. They have different names that shows you said you are from Mali, but in reality you are from Ghana. Now I have to say something here.
It's my document. Everything is from Ghana. My passport, my birth certificate, my Ghana identity, everything is from Ghana.
Okay.
So they say that Mali came from because I used to live in France. They say I claimed that was 2017. They say I claim I'm a Malian.
So how did they know? My question: how did USCIS immigration know that you are Malian? So they knew it from your visa application?
No, they see that's my biometric finger. They see on my fingerprint.
So when you did your fingerprint and they saw your situation when you were in Europe, it came up that you claimed a different nationality. This is very the reason why I made you to repeat this question because a lot of people in this situation. I met a sister from from Senegal, and she's been here for some times. And unfortunately, the husband sent her some documents. And I'm telling you, we are immigrants. The husband sent her the documents. So she used the passport from another person, came to the US through the airport, and she went through. And a lot of people still doing it. They will take their passport, send it to people in China, send it to people in Africa, and they'll come through without any problem. Now, this is the issue. Now, immigration, because now they are doing fingerprint to everybody, it becomes an issue. Because if that person ever traveled, the fingerprint is already in the system. And I'm saying, if you thinking of doing it, please don't do it. Because when they come to the to the airports, they'll do fingerprints. That fingerprint is gonna show the real person. And then you might find yourself in a serious, serious, serious trouble. That's what is happening right now. If somebody committed a crime in Jamaica and they go do fingerprints, they say, you know what, I never committed anything. Jamaica crime is going to show up in the system in the US. Okay. Believe me, if somebody was convicted of drug trafficking, maybe in Jamaica, I'm just giving you, this is real stuff. Or they use a different identity in Europe, like in your situation, it's going to show up in the system. Somehow, immigration, they are sharing now information. And now they are trying to use a facial recognition at all airports. Meaning, if you ever show up in let's say in the Maldives or in China, and you went on that screen, they took your picture. That picture goes directly in the international database for all travelers. So when you come from China, you say, I'm gonna come and I'm gonna use a different stuff, it's gonna show up. So all I'm trying to say for you, unfortunately, is gonna be tough. Because of this, because of what shows in Europe, you are originally from Ghana. This is your country, but because of situation, if you're in Europe, and this is what I think will happen to you. If I'm in Europe and I say I'm from Ghana, I'm not gonna get some papers for work and to be protected. So, but if I say I'm from Mali, Mali is very dangerous, so I'm gonna be protected. And a lot of people do this. So many immigrants, they are from different countries, but when they come, they say I'm from another country. A lot of things happen in immigrant community. Only as immigrants understand this. Many people may not understand it. So, what happened in your situation? You're going to need a waiver. And if I was a lawyer, And I already know, because when I'm talking, if I was representing you and I already interview you and I know this situation, I was going to disclose Mali citizenship and how you do it. You're gonna
because even my friend's residency card and my friend driving license, everything is in Ghana. Not even in Mali. Never.
I understand.
So
No, but the thing is
I
what
never
you
claim like I'm a Malian somewhere. I never did in my life, so I don't know what's going on with this situation.
No. I need to make sure you are you were very open to me at the beginning. Now you sounds like you are changing everything, and I'm trying to give you a really good advice. Just hold on to me, my brother. Okay, my brother King. Me and you, we on the same port. I'm supporting you. Okay, I'm not supporting the other side. I'm with you. Yeah, but I need you. I just don't want you to change the story. Maybe because for this is what I'm trying to say. Okay. You said when you were in Europe, you use a Malian, identity like citizenship. You claim to be a Malian. So
maybe I misunderstand saying name. Maybe I made that. That's why.
Okay.
So even when I was in France, when I came to France, everything is in Ghana. My friend's residency card is in Ghana. My driving license is in Ghana. Everything is in Ghana.
Okay.
Everything.
So you never, because this is what I understood you. And that's I'm so sorry, but I want to make sure we're on the same page so I can give you a good advice. But what I was saying, it happened to many people. Many people come to the US with a different identity. And unfortunately, when you're in the US, you're gonna have a hard time. If you use somebody else's passport, you are not going to have a proof of your legal entry to the US. So to adjust your status, it's gonna be terrible. You're gonna have a husband who's a US citizen, but you will never get your paper because your husband used somebody else's passport, somebody else's paper to get you to the US. Okay, this happened to so many people, and this was going to be your situation. Your situation, if you are 100% sure you never use Mali citizenship, you never claim Mali citizenship, then this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna tell your lawyer to do a file so you can see the document where they are claiming. I need to see this document where they say I'm from Mali. Your lawyer can do that. I need to see this document that you say my client is from Mali. And you're gonna tell him from the interview, I'm gonna request a file so I can get this document that shows my client is from Mali. I need to get this clear. So sometimes they're trying to do this just to scare you out or just to try to deny you. If they deny you by mistakes and you never, I need you to remember, if you never use it, I need you to listen, my brother. If immigration make a mistake, you can appeal and you get it done. If immigration did not make a mistake and maybe somewhere you claim you're a Malian, then you're going to have something we call, unfortunately, you cannot put a waiver because you're going to have a misrepresentation and you're going to have also another issue of maybe fraud, saying, you use different citizenship to this. If you're 100%, you don't have an issue with fraud, you can apply for waiver. But when you apply for waiver, you have to acknowledge and say, you know what, I use so-and-so citizenship, I made a mistake, was this, and my real citizenship is Ghana. Immediately, if you have, strong case to support your waiver, you will get your waiver approved and get your green card. But if you say, no, I'm never from Mali, and then they have a document to prove you did it, you did apply sometimes, then it's gonna be terrible for you. You might find yourself in a situation where you may not get your green card. But for you, brother King, brother Rush, I'm sorry, you don't have people calling. We cannot answer you. It's Sunday. We don't really answer phone calls on Sundays. No way. Okay, so trying to request for an appointment, you can do it on our WhatsApp line or on our website, and we'll help you. I will talk to you. My consultation is free. It's not gonna cost you anything. So my brother, this is what's gonna do. You just have to wait until you see the decision, and from the decision, you can either reach out to me or reach to any lawyer next to you. They will help you.
I never have a lawyer. So last time I called one lawyer, and he said now the case is on pending. They can't do anything on
nothing you can do. Nothing you can do. You have to wait.
Back to me. So listen, I have to wait right now.
You shouldn't spend any money on any lawyer, on anybody. It's gonna be waste of money, waste of time, waste of everything. Just be patient.
So, because last time I contacted one lawyer, and then she was telling me we can do FBI background check, and then she was saying that one gonna cost like a 2,000 or whatever, and then
no, listen, my brother, listen. Don't listen to that nonsense. I need you to listen. This is where I call
Okay.
the robbery. FBI background check, yes, will show you, but it's not gonna show you things from Australia. It's not gonna show you things from Burundi. No, come on. FBI background check is gonna do thorough check of issues here. Maybe if you have some serious government issue in Mali, then it can show, yes. But if you have some serious problem, you have serious problem in Canada, it's gonna show you. FBI check is gonna come up, it's gonna show a record in Canada. But this is what I'm trying to say. FBI check, if I were to do it for you, I don't even do it for anybody. Because you just go online and request is $49, bro.
That's it.
Okay? Why you people are always, don't be scammed. You
Yeah,
have to
that's
understand
why
there are
people
other people, they call them
why
soft
I
lawyers,
spend the
but they are
price
really
and speak
huge
on it.
scammer.
Yeah. Okay.
Listen to me, my brother. If you want to get your FBI record right now, just go on FBI.gov and you're gonna pay $49 and you get your record right in a thing.
Wow.
But your rec is $49.
I mean, even the sad part is that even the lawyer, she was the same country where I coming from, the same Ghana. I mean, sometimes you don't trust people, you know what I mean? So it's kind of crazy. And then
Listen, let me tell you something, okay? I'm gonna tell you. You know, if you listen to me, my thing, I used to charge people and I didn't care about people. Today, I'm doing this because I fear God and I love God. So I give people everything. I give people all my heart. Either they like it or not, or they don't see it or not. I don't care. I do it because I understand my life is too short. I was very sick. It gave me a chance. It restored my eyes. I can see again. So when somebody, you know, we're gonna be there, man, on the day of judgment. God gave you all these hours. God gave you 24 hours a day. You don't pay nothing, and then you turn this day into a business. It's not bad to make a little bit on consultation on this. It's not bad. It's professional. It's okay. It's allowed. It's beautiful. Do it. But you have to understand, God, who created everything, He's not charging you even a penny for this hour. It's free.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay? And He gave you everything. It's free. If your lawyer is charging you, it's okay. You can pay them. But charging somebody $2,000 for FBI records, something that you can just tell, hey, brother, you are from back home. Listen, man, just go online. It's $49. If somebody come and say, you know what, I didn't go to school, I don't know how to read, which is a case, then I'll tell them, okay, I'm going to do it for you. It's going to cost you about maybe, because it's nothing really. I'm not going to do much. You know, I can put it maybe, I can't even say, maybe 400, maybe 300, maybe 250. I don't know, whatever my mind say, do it like this. Maybe I just tell them, don't worry, I'm going to do it for you for free. Because you're going to pay the $49 and I'm going to put that in for you. You know, but when it comes to FIO, Freedom of Information Act, these are the two things. I need you to understand. If your lawyer say, I'm going to do FBI check and FIO now is different because now they're going to get all your record and they're going to go through your record and then they're going to have time to talk about your record. They're going to explain to you about your record. That will be a little bit expensive. But I'm never ever do a FIO for what? FIO is going to be anything under $1,000. Simple as that. Maybe if it's too high, no. It's gonna be under $1,000 because I'm gonna sit down, me and you, we're gonna talk about your case. Yeah. FBI check is free, you know, it's $49. And if you wanna go, even you wanna do your FIO with immigration, it's free, bro. Wow. What your lawyer supposed to tell you, not FBI check, because FBI check is not gonna check your record for France. They can actually request your record. If your lawyer was telling you that sister from back home told you, I'm going to request a record from France, which is doable. They can request it. With the, I forgot something called le France service. Secret.
That one when I was doing the
something called service secret, something. Yeah, they have something called in French service secret, something like this. So this is where I've done it in Europe, some few countries in Europe, where you request it. Then you're going to do now DHL, but still request it in France is actually going to cost you $21, 21 euro. €21. I'm telling you, in France, I don't know about Portugal because I never did it in Portugal, but it's €21. And then you're gonna put an express mail, DHL, and then also a return mail, another DHL. So you're gonna do two mails, one to go and one to come. My brother, don't worry, you okay? Just wait for for immigration for them to come up, and you'll be fine.
I feel like I'm gonna contact you through public so we can talk about it. Okay. Thank you for your advice.
I have to say to all of you, thank you, brother Rush. I have to say to all of you, if I didn't answer your question, I'm gonna go here on YouTube. We're gonna answer a few questions on YouTube. YouTube, I have to say thank you to you. It's the first time on YouTube live. I have to say thank you. I'm so humbled. I'm so honored to have some people on YouTube. Even if you have one person, it's good enough already. Even if you have one person, it's good enough. It's a beautiful thing. And I have to say thank you to the moderator. They did an amazing job. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So let's see if you can take one case here on YouTube. YouTube question is okay. Please say. Okay, filing for tax jointly while watching. I don't know, waiting for my adjustment of status. Okay, but my spouse now get a social security benefit. Do I need to still file jointly? Yes, Social Security benefits, you don't have to file. They are not required by law to file any joint. But if you are still getting some benefits, your spouse, unfortunately, they have to be in your taxes and you file together with them. Yes, the answer is absolutely. So even if your spouse getting, Social Security, you are still working, still getting some employment, you are not on Social Security, so you still have to file. Okay, that's the rule, that's the law. Okay. And now another question on YouTube is say I filed a VAWA on December 2022. Get two-time prima facie determination notice. Is it normal? Yes. If you file for your VAWA and you got your prima facie determination, you are fine. Okay. Even if you don't get your prima facie determination later, you don't have to worry. Right now with Trump, they don't even follow the rules. They do whatever they do. So you don't have to worry. Okay, let me see if you can take another question on YouTube. Then we're gonna take a question on TikTok here. Another question on YouTube. My partner and I will get married, but now he's a tourist. Okay, he's on a tourist visa. Expired. Okay. Will he be able to live out of state for work until we move in? Yes. If your spouse is out of state, what you're gonna do, it doesn't matter. As long as you're a US citizen, you get married, you'll be fine, you'll be able to adjust. That's the law. Your child, if he's a US citizen, you're a US citizen, your child can adjust as long as they are under 21. Your parents, mom and dad can adjust. Your spouse can also adjust, regardless their visa expired. So if they are working out of state, my advice would be make sure you're residing together. Don't file a case if your spouse is outside. You're gonna be in trouble because if they ever come to visit you and they find your spouse that live in Oregon and you're in Virginia, it's gonna be a trouble thing. Even if your marriage is real, immigration will not understand that your marriage is real. They just say, you know what, this is fake. Okay, as long as you guys don't live together, they don't care even if it's for school. The only reason sometimes immigration understand is for people in the military. With Biden, it used to be if you are in school, you can explain I'm in school and they'll listen to you. It's a little bit okay. But with Trump, when you are not living together, when you are in a different state, regardless for school, regardless for medical, for any other reason, they don't care about it. Job, they don't care. They will deny you with Trump. And with Biden, many people were also being denied. Okay, so let's see here. Can Asylum, can an asylum with a court approval apply for student and FAFSA? Absolutely, 100%. But right now, a lot of rules are being changed with Trump. So I want you to check with your admission. In fact, when you apply, you go to apply for FAFSA, all you need is your social security number. And that's all they need. Okay, now I remember when I was a student, I had my asylum back in almost, 30 years ago. When I was, got my asylum, I applied for FAFSA and with Citibank, and Seriously, it was okay. They didn't ask me for nothing. Nothing. They just give us to us, here, take. And then I remember people who came like in 2002, they still applying, they also applying asylum. So right now you need to ask your students, you need to ask your student. The biggest issue is when you are in a, you're going to start in a different state, and then they may complicate you. But if you're starting in your state, you should be good. Yes, Asali are eligible to apply for student loan, for FAFSA, okay, which is a federal loan. But with Trump, I'm saying this based on last time. So unless I look into it again and see if you might be eligible. But a lot of new rules came out. Anything with has to do with government. Government benefits. They want you to have your green card. But as far as asylum goes, yes, you can apply. You just have to ask your students, departments, and they'll tell you. Admission, I mean. Okay, how many state? I don't know how many state is SIG case, and which one is the most difficult? SIJ, so special immigrant juvenile status. This is a question from I think it's for Mr. Donzo 12. So SIJ is for kids. Look, as far as SIJ goes, some people can say, okay, there are three different type of SIJ. For those who came through the border, those who came through the airport, and those who just maybe found themselves in the US for some reason and say they don't have any status, they don't have anything. But regardless, I think personally, the only two steps you have in SIGs, you have to type. But regardless, you have to get a court order in the US to apply for SIG. SIG is for kids, let's say a parent who, a child doesn't know where one parent is or both parents. Maybe they just disappear in his life and he's still a minor, and they found themselves, a child, he or she is still a minor, found themselves in the US. And what you do normally, you're gonna get a court custody. You're gonna go to a family court. So you go to a family court, apply for it has to be a full custody. Remember, there are two different type of custody. There's a partial custody, which only give you a little bit, and a full custody. So if you want to do SIG, for it to be successful, it has to be a full custody. Very, very important. Once you get a full custody, then you can go ahead and apply your I-360. SIG is done on 360. 360, once it's approved, you can go ahead and do your 485 asylum. Your 485 green card, I'm sorry. And, 765, which is a work permit. And of course, medical exam. Normally, before also, we used to do the entire package. We do 360, 485, 765, the entire package SIJ, put it inside with a court order. If they were in removal proceedings, automatically the case is going to be closed. When you say, or anytime you get a court order from the court, an order from the court, you just request the judge, because once you have an order, it's clear this case is going to be approved. Okay, so once you get an order, automatically I show the order to the court from the custody court. The custody, my client have a full custody, automatically close it. Boom, it's good to go. Okay, I think I answer you for SIJ. Don't worry about all this or that, how long it's gonna take. It takes some time, especially now. All I can say is just apply. Okay, say if I file for VAWA in 2023, how long to go? Now remember, VAWA is 3.5, can go up to 4 years. Okay, just put that in mind. Anybody with VAWA is 3.5 to 4. The good thing about VAWA, once you put that in, you can have your work permit. You can have also your, your advanced parole, so you can go back and forth. So you are not stuck in one spot. And normally they used to give a 5-year work permit. Right now it's rough to get a 5-year work permit. They're talking about 18 months work permit. We have so many questions also here on TikTok. A Nigerian with an asylum. This is on our YouTube page, and this is from Grace, and it say a Nigerian with asylum from FGM. Okay, FGM is very, very strong. So for those who don't know, FGM is female genital mutilation. There's like some women, tradition or country, not really country, but tradition, normally require women to go through circumcision. They circumcise them, they do mutilation on their private part, and in the US, it's illegal. So when you find yourself in this situation, you file for asylum under SIJ, they give you asylum status immediately. I mean, you're gonna go through the process. I never ever had an SIJ that was denied, unless if you file it untimely. But unfortunately, right now, it doesn't matter it's SIJ. The SIJ that normally get denied are those who say, you know what, my traditional does it. And then they ask you, how many kids you have? This is in court. The court is gonna, how many kids you have? Oh, I have 4 kids. Okay. Um, did that happen to you? Oh, no, no, no. They wanted to do it to my daughter and they wanted to do it to me. Okay, did they do it to your daughter? Oh, no, no, no. They wanted to do it. Then it become very confusing. Then it become very complicated. And most people don't get their SIGs because they alleged, they say, you know, this happened to my mom and they was going to do it to me. This happened to my sister and they were going to do it to me. Now, this is where you can get a chance to get your, your FGM case approved is if your sister is here and they get that medical records and they do that report for you and say, okay, it happened to me and this and this and this. Now, some people from Nigeria, what they do, you're going to get document from back home, from your tradition, your brother, your sister, who are going to support and say, yes, this almost happened to my sister. They wanted to take her to circumcise her. And this is what happened. So you need to have proof from back home, people backing you big time. Again, it's not gonna make your case very strong, but at least during Biden, during Obama, that was a way out. We had a very, very good. We are about to finish our live. Somebody asked this on TikTok. Okay, TikTok asked, how long does marriage-based application take? Okay, let me finish. How long does a marriage-based application take? Now, if you are married, a military, have enough evidence. Okay, military or non-military, if you're in the US, the process is the same. The only different, the process is different if your spouse outside the US and your spouse, of course, the military, then you can do request for expedited. You do expedited, your case will be really quick. Just as long they're in the military, you can do that. But if you just file and your spouse in the military, I really don't see any advantage as far as processing time. The advantage with military comes on sponsor. When you're doing the form I-864, military requirement for income is very, very low. Right now is about 20, 23. Okay, some other states, if I'm not mistaken, I may be wrong, please. But I remember last time I look at it, because when you do military, the income is a little bit lower. Okay, completely lower compared to the other one. So military, as long as they make like 23,000, they'll be able to sponsor you. Okay, but if your country is on travel ban, it doesn't matter you're married to a military. It's still, they're not gonna say, okay, we're gonna approve you. They're gonna put your case on hold and you'll be fine. So again, either you're on travel ban, not on travel ban, your country's on pause. If you find somebody really nice, file your case and just wait. You will be fine. It happened to Nigeria before, it happened to Somalia, it's happened to Eritrea and many other countries. Face Trump travel ban, we were just filing. And everybody in there, they get approved. Everybody was approved. Okay. So it's gonna delay a little bit, and then you're gonna get it. I have to say thank you to all of you. You are so amazing. The most amazing people. Wow. I hope we can continue this live. But again, this live is really long. You know, we are over 2 hours on live. And I have to say thank you for your time. Normally, live, to make it more interesting, people will just do a live for 45 minutes, max 50 minutes, never more than this. But I try to go deep. I take my time with you. I really want to make sure I understand your situation and I explain to you immigration. I explain to you what's going on. Thank you, thank you, thank you for support. Please, if you haven't followed me, please click on the follow. Follow. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe, okay? And send people the link or my page and tell them we do consultation for free. It's really free. Okay, your case qualify for anything, I'll tell you your case qualify. Doesn't qualify, I'll tell you your case doesn't qualify. Very easy as that. Okay, I have to say thank you. God bless you. And I pray that peace of the Most High God, creator of the heaven and earth, be with you. Peace, peace, peace with you. Okay? That's the most important thing. People can have money, people can have everything, but never peace. No peace. I love you so much. Till next time. Next Sunday, exact same time, 5 o'clock p.m. Sometimes I'll be running late, maybe 5:02, 5:05, 5:10, but always 5 o'clock p.m. We are always live. Thank you so much. Peace, be nice, and be kind to each other. Don't let immigration drive you crazy. Tribulation is normal. All of us, everybody have their own tribulation. Deportation could be your tribulation. Immigration case could be your tribulation. But everybody have their own problem. U.S. citizens are worried about all kind of stuffs. Maybe you can say, no, I need to buy a house. But those who are buying a house, some of them cannot even afford the mortgage. Some others are losing their home. So each person have their own tribulation. Those who are not married, like I said before, they want to get married. And those who are single want to get married. Those who are married, they say, no, I'm tired, I need divorce. Everybody have their own problem. Rich people, then marriage sucks. Kids all on drugs, all kind of problem. Just ask God to do the best for you. What is best for you? If US is for you, nobody will take you out. If it's not for you, nothing you can force, regardless. Even if you are a citizen, you found yourself in tribulation. Even if you're a green card, you find yourself in deportation because it's what it is. Don't let anything bother you. God is good. I love you so much. Till next Sunday.